Hi everybody, it's Kate Lynch, and I just wanted to talk to you for a minute. I just got back in town from our first holiday party of the season with Derek last night, and I want to share with you that we are starting an Eat and Be Merry 5-day Facebook challenge on the 15th, and I'm really looking forward to it, but I had to laugh, and I thought of all of you who are joining us last night. One of the first things that I say in my private boot camp coaching with my clients is that perhaps we've done the work before, but the work is never done. The work is never done. And that's actually something that we just need to embrace, right? And then the other thing that I say is that accountability is emancipating. So, because I feel like I need to do what I say I'm going to do, right? I need to step up and come from a place of integrity. I want to share with you that last night at a Christmas party, I made some poor choices. I just made some poor choices. I threw caution to the wind. And here's what happened to me. Because I threw caution to the wind, even though I was well hydrated and I'd eaten well all day long, I went into a carb coma. And basically, I turned into a pumpkin early. Now, that being said, I did go to bed early and I got up and had a great breakfast and moved on with my day. But I was thinking of all of you. And here's the thing. One of the things that we focus on in coaching with me is how, when we know better, will we choose to do better. But the other thing that we focus on is that no matter what, it's a choice. So last night I just chose to go into a carb coma. And it's okay because, today's a new day and I'm back after it. But I laughed because I thought of all of you. I want to also share with you another quick story. Derek and I were chatting on the way home and I was just telling him how, things were good and how it's been an interesting year. There's been so many great things that have happened and some challenging things. And I said, everything takes 3 months. When it comes to health and wellness. And it does. If you think about diets and you think about working out, it's 3 months, it's 90 days. So I have some clients right now who are doing private boot camp coaching with me, and they're really just in 3 weeks. And, people want to see change really fast, and they do, but we forget that the body takes 3 months. So one of the things that is interesting about me, I think, is that I'm not a wallower, I'm not a whiner, and I'm not a complainer, but I am a worrier. So this fall, I decided to stay curious, which is something that I think is super important, and I revamped some of my routines. And really, I circled back to some things that have worked well for me in the past. I'm 45 and a half now, and things change. And, I'm not crazy about people who make a vocation out of constantly over-analyzing their food and their fitness. That's just silly. It's a waste of time. It's not necessary. But staying curious requires that we stay in the gray. So I always encourage people, stay in the gray. Don't fixate on your food and your fitness. Make a plan, stick with it, give it 90 days. So on the way home, I said to Derek, I made some changes in September. And now, it's basically 90 days and I'm seeing and feeling the changes. One, I went back to writing every morning, which is something I was doing every day, but I wasn't doing it first thing. And I'm doing that again. That really works well for me. Okay. And then I had a huge attitude shift back to the whole worrying thing. So I decided to embrace this idea that things always work out for me. So like last week when I broke my toes because I turned and hit a door jamb really hard, instead of going whoop, 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 panic mode, I actually started to laugh after, when it hurts so bad, you can't even make a noise. That's what happened to me. But after that moment, I started to laugh because the next thing I said is what I'm retraining my brain to do, which is to think, life works out for me. And it's true. Instead of thinking, how am I going to work out? How am I going to walk my puppy? I taped my toes. I found some shoes that worked. And here a week later, it's fine, right? So life always works out for me. That mantra, when I wake up at night, my monkey mind gets busy. When I say that to myself, Kate, life works out for you, it makes me feel better. And it's 3 months of practicing that, and it is making a difference for me. It's funny, it's making a difference. And then the other thing is I went back to a workout routine that just serves me a bit better. When I'm nervous or stressed or worried, I go to over-exercising. It's like my drug, right? And it doesn't work for me. For me, over-exercising makes me store extra body fat, and it makes me anxious and sleepless. So, and I kind of get into those routines where I do that. So instead, I went back to what works. And what works for me is I really just work out 3 days a week. And other than that, I'm outside a lot, cleaning stalls, riding horses, walking my puppy. But in terms of intense exercise, it's 3 days a week for me, and that's it. I also went back to a regular yoga practice, which just works for me. So Derek was laughing. He's like, you found your way. Writing, attitude, yoga. And the yoga is a combination of also our boot camp classes too, and some other things that I do. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you that it's always a process. Perhaps we've done the work before, but the work is never done. If you want to join us for the Eat and Be Merry 5-day Facebook challenge, it starts December 15th. And you can just click the link that's in this post and you can join us. We'd love to have you. It's going to be 5 days of tips and stories and ideas and community on how you can thrive this holiday and really enjoy what the holidays are all about, which is not fixating on your food and your fitness, believe it or not. So anyway, I hope you're well. Please let me know if you need anything, and thanks for watching.